Welcome to Sketchy Friends. We're the family-friendly podcast if you're from a fucked up family. Roll the thing. What is going on, guys? First episode.
I think Jake has something to say.
Oh.
You look like you'd correct somebody on the pronunciation of acai.
I did that yesterday. Skylar.
Are you serious?
I did, yeah. We were looking at Jamba Juice menu, and she's like, acai, and I'm like, it's acai.
I fucking knew it.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
You know, you definitely look like you own more than one Christmas sweater.
No comment.
You seem like the type to open up a weird noodle restaurant.
What the fuck is this?
You look like you tell yourself it's going to be your day in the mirror every morning.
Oh, no, because I know it's not going to.
You seem like someone who would have a recipe for, like, pizza sushi.
You look like you cry when you eat.
You're the type to ironically know all the lyrics to a Waka Flocka song.
Hell of a way to start off the podcast episode, guys. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Shots fired.
Oh, my God. Well, hi. Yeah, we're sketchy friends. Today, apparently a little more sketchy than usual.
I hate you guys.
This is Jake. I'm Mike. This is Niko over here. Hopefully we become a part of your weekly routine. So yeah, we're a podcast. We're gonna have a YouTube channel, do some bits, do some songs, do some funny shit. At least funny to us.
Some dances.
People are gonna hate us.
Oh yeah.
I hate us.
I hate us too.
I hate us, dude.
We're gonna do to YouTube what happened to Vine. We're gonna shut it the fuck down.
Absolutely.
Guys, go check out our Vimeo. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, let's just give kind of a rundown of what this is going to look like. I know we've done a lot of preparation up to this point as far as like getting the equipment, this fancy mixer, the microphones, the arms. Shit, we even did a different first episode and that wasn't even good enough for us. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Was it the baggy jeans? Was it the mom jeans?
It was the mom jeans.
Okay.
The mom jeans. I think once I started talking about how weird my own ass is, it kind of, I was like, guys, it may not be that great.
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of preparation, a lot of writing, a lot of stuff that goes into just a conversation. This is weird. I mean, you want to talk kind of about like what our layout's supposed to look like how are we different from every other podcast, if you guys want to kind of explain that.
We're really not, man. It's just
you heard one, you heard them all.
Podcast is podcast.
You got three white dudes talking in the microphones.
That's it.
What else do you need?
Three white dudes equals podcast in 2022.
We were out of shit to do.
I'm 30. How old are you?
Almost 29.
How old are you?
I'm 29. So we got a 28, 29, 30.
And
wow.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Podcast equals podcast.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're planning on doing bits different. We have some different segments planned, games, like I said, some songs maybe. So just keep an eye out for that in the future. I think most of those are obviously you're only going to be able to really see it on our video component, the audio. Just your casual coffee conversation with friends. Your sketchy friends, your bad friends that you shouldn't be hanging out around.
Why are we sketchy?
Why are we sketchy?
What makes us so sketchy, you think? Is it because people don't like us?
We are our only friends.
We are our only friends?
Probably.
Nobody knows what we're up to.
Hey, man.
That's a sketch.
Fuck OnlyFans, only friends.
I mean, a little behind the scenes, we were just outside filming a bit, and some lady walking her dog saw a little bit more of me than she should.
She was pissed.
Yeah, I was doing some weird stuff. You'll see it. But yeah, I mean, keep in mind we're new to this. Like, we're idiots. We're gonna learn this as we go. We may change up the routine, change up how we do things along the way, but it's whatever. You don't know until you jump into it.
True.
So we're gonna be doing Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We're gonna set up a LinkedIn just for opportunities.
What are we at Sketchy Friends Podcast? Is that
TBD? See, like I said,
I think the Instagram is at Sketchy Friends Podcast.
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, I mean you'll find it if you're watching the video down below.
It's
If not,
the
go to our
profile
YouTube.
with nothing on it.
Yeah,
Not
No
even a
followers.
Not even a profile picture. I don't think.
I think I denied a follow request from Sketchy Friends podcast. I think I mean, like I said, our schedule's looking like it's going to be around once a week. These episodes come out. Yeah, I mean, pretty standard shit.
Yeah.
Our audio episodes, they should be available on all your platforms, all the different, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, I believe.
We're shooting for Fridays, right?
Shooting for Fridays on releases. So if it's Friday and we don't have something out, it's probably because we were living our lives the way we usually do and slacking. Sketchy. Yeah, we were doing some sketchy shit.
Yep.
I did.
Take a drink every time we say sketchy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys listen to many podcasts before we had the idea to make one?
I listened to like 2.
Yeah.
And they were nothing like this.
Okay, so
They're
I
much smarter.
just got into the only podcast I think I'm into is Steve-O's Wild Ride and Drink Champs.
Gotcha.
That's about it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not a
I feel like since we had the idea to do a podcast, that's all I do now. Like I mean, music is few and far between.
Mm.
So it's weird. I like get into the car and I'm like, sure hope I need to drive for an hour.
Yeah.
To get this whole episode in.
I get bored.
Yeah.
I get bored of people talking.
Maybe it's like I'm just lonely. Like I'm not perceiving it the way I should have.
Well, no, for sure.
I'm just like, yeah, guys, I'm talking in my car to the speaker. Good point, guys.
I agree with you.
So if you're doing that in your car right now, then we're okay with that because I do it. The best way I put it, like as far as and if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote some points here until I can fix this, just so that it's not dragging on. There's no pauses or anything. But what I wrote down here is our sense of humor is that of a 3rd grader that can read at a 7th grade level.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I'm at like a 7.5 grade level.
Well,
y'all are a lot more smarter than I. So
a lot more smarter.
Y'all read good?
dude, there it is. There you have it.
I mean, at least you have somebody here that can correct you on the pronunciation of Asai.
That's true.
Yeah.
I called it a Kai for the longest time.
I did too. And then once I learned it was wrong, I had to spread the news.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
And the idea for a sushi pizza is remarkable. I need to.
You're on to something.
I was like, you know what? I didn't come up with it, but I will perfect it.
When I said it, it sounded about right.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That sounds actually, we should do that.
Yeah. I mean, there've been, I know I've seen a sushi burrito. That was weird.
What?
Yeah, it just like it felt like really dry. Like you had to soy sauce it.
Sure, but it's like
but then it's all gushy.
But
in
it's
your
like
hand.
one big sushi.
Yeah, it's like one big sushi.
Isn't that like what an egg roll is? Wouldn't you just
No,
like
but it's like well,
you have like
seaweed and rice is the wrapper, is like the tortilla in the equation, and then you've got all the fish and the whatever and the crab and the crab and
the lime and the coconut.
yeah, and then it's like it's wrapped. I think King Super sells them.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I remember I haven't had it for years. The one time I had it was the night before my wedding in a parking lot by myself because I was like waiting on some friends to finish up doing something, and I'm just like,
that's what you were doing the night before your wedding?
Oh yeah, and that was when they brought back Crystal Pepsi. And the see-through Pepsi.
I don't
that just
remember
made you feel weird about yourself. Yeah, no. So I was waiting for some friends to finish up hanging out, whatever they were doing.
Was that me and Niko?
No, it was Kier, because Jake's
Here's my brother.
Kier's his brother. He was staying at my house for the wedding because he lives in Arizona, and he was going to see some old friends and hang out, and I was, obviously doing some wedding stuff. So I was waiting for him to finish up hanging out, and I'm like, you know what? I'm out and about. Day before my wedding, I may as well go celebrate.
Why not get some grocery store sushi?
So I got a sushi burrito and some Crystal Pepsi, and it apparently it was decent because I still remember it to this day.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't remember anything the night before your wedding.
I don't remember anything the day of the wedding.
Barely.
I remember nothing after the ceremony.
Oh yeah, Mike got wrecked.
It was a good time for sure.
I remember just a bunch of people singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
We had like 20 people singing Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's like one of the only things I remember.
Yeah,
actually,
you were hanging out with my sister.
I was Megan
for a good portion of the night. And
what up, Megan?
Yeah, I thought it was hi,
drop.
Megan. I thought it was weird just because you guys have never interacted, and I've never interacted with my sister.
She's cool.
I hear that's what I'm hearing.
That's the rumor.
I'd love to meet her. But we had a signature book for the wedding, and Jake and my sister were in it 4 times.
Yeah,
and it was just
we got drunk together, man. She was tight. She was a female version of you.
Yeah, and then later in the night, we're all hanging out on the deck, and our neighbors came out to say we were being too loud, and Niko got up, and he's like, "Why'd you go the fuck back inside?" Woo! And I was like, "That's the loudest I've ever seen Niko," and it was the best present I've ever received.
That was the Jack Fire talking.
What is ironic, because every time we partied here at Niko's house, it was always the opposite. He was always shutting us up.
Yeah.
It was always,
different.
Hey.
That was his signature move.
He did the Ross from Friends,
Hey, chill out.
There it is.
Yeah,
that was it.
Now.
See?
Hey, it's not time to roast me now, okay?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Niko's the type to, I'm just kidding.
I had a whole plan to start the episode off. You guys just lay into me.
You know what? We came up with it earlier today, and we were just going to run with it.
I mean, I'm not saying they weren't good, but...
I'm not saying they weren't true.
They were solid lines, but fuck you guys.
What's funny is the acai one came in my dream last night. Okay, so that's really weird you did that yesterday. I thought it was just the shrooms.
I mean, the coolest things always come in our dream. I had a dream about Jake at an ice cream store, and
that's a good one.
We're at this little ice cream parlor, and I'd never recognized before. And keep in mind, I never dream. I very rarely remember dreaming. So when I woke up from this one, I instantly went to my phone and fucking wrote it down. But yeah, we were at an ice cream parlor, and there was a flavor called Red Nightmare. It sounds as good as it was, but the flavor, when you ate it, you would have Vietnam flashbacks.
Did we tell you about this?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm going to tell them about it regardless. Tell listener.
Listener.
But basically, they had... Yeah. Hey, Dad. If you're out there, still looking for you. No, I know where my dad is. So it's this flavor called Red Nightmare. You have the Vietnam flashbacks every time you eat it. And Jake ordered a bowl of it knowing this. And he's having these traumatizing looks on his face, there's a movie playing behind his eyelids that I can't see, and he's just oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then once they pass, he orders more Red Nightmare, and he said no, that was just a bad batch.
Every time. It's just a bad batch. Every time I've had it, it's a bad batch.
This sounds like Jake in real life.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's what made it so funny.
experience.
If somebody puts out a terrible flavor of ice cream, Jake's just going to be convinced that the next bowl's going to be better.
It never is.
He's like, nah, man, that was on me. That was on me
never
that
is.
time.
But the name is side.
He's like, oh yeah, that one tasted like we were raining down hellfire in a forest. Maybe this next bowl will be good. I'll get it with some nuts or something.
That one tasted like pure PTSD.
And he just kept eating it and ordering the Red Nightmare, and I kept telling him, Jake, there's no other batch. They're pulling it out of the same bucket. And he's like, nah, dude, the next bowl's the one. And then that's the entire dream was that over and over again, just on a loop. And it was the funniest shit when I woke up.
Well,
And I was like, I never would have thought of that awake.
no, well, yeah. With a name like Red Nightmare, man, that's got to be good eventually.
You have to try it. You have to try it.
Well, you got to keep eating it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was like, if I go into an ice cream shop and it's red, it's just like hot rod red.
Mhm.
I gotta get some
Absolutely, yep.
of that.
Blood.
Even if he's just like, yeah, dude, it's gonna taste like pennies because it's blood flavored.
Just some straight Megan Fox blood ice cream.
She goes into the Cold Stone and she's like, do you have any MGK blood?
You know what this ice cream could use?
Yeah. God, people these days.
Is that how
man.
they did it, you think? How the fuck
I
did
did.
they...
I vaguely remember like hearing something about it. She's like, it wasn't like a weird one. Like he would try to just like stab himself in the chest and go aggressive with it.
That
But
can't
I'm
be...
like, no, you just need to take a sliver from your finger and like I'm like, she's trying to like.
Well,
Wait, I'm lost. What's going on here?
talking about Megan Fox and
Yeah,
MGK fucking drinking each other's blood.
that's weird, man.
How'd they do it? Like,
I just picture she's got a blog online with just different blood recipes. Yeah, you just
a little
take
bit of cinnamon.
take an eighth of a teaspoon of blood and just right into the guacamole.
Honey.
She's like, this is how we do it on a summer day, but it's going to be like every other recipe online
For sure.
where it's got like 15 paragraphs before the actual recipe.
Dude, they're going to straight up own like a fucking smoothie shop.
Well, he already owns a coffee shop.
Well, there you
Oh,
go.
he does.
To be like a raspberry blood.
Blood orange.
Yeah,
called Jennifer's Body.
blood orange, but
But it's just a normal orange with blood.
actual blood. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Who doesn't want to eat that?
Jeez. Yeah, I think when I go home, I'll ask Skylar if she wants to. Hey, you want
Want
blood?
to prick each other's fingers and suck the shit out of it?
A little bit of blood, maybe. Don't worry, she won't get this far into the episode. She'll never know.
Hi, Skylar.
Honey, you don't have to listen. Um,
Love you, Skylar.
yeah, I saw Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian got married
Doesn't matter, Tom.
Very secretly.
secretly, and Mark Hoppus was there, but Tom DeLonge was not.
I wonder why.
So much for a Blink reunion.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. Like, they always like to. They know what people want to hear, and so like if Mark like, I feel like it like if I were him and I noticed like, oh, my Instagram followers are down. Let me throw a little picture of Tom out there. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And then they know they can kind of manipulate shit. How? I mean,
He's busy chasing aliens. With
Yeah,
Demi
very
Lovato.
busy.
It makes sense.
well, not only is he busy chasing aliens, but he's like the top guy to do it now.
I think he fucking is an alien.
It's so funny that everybody for years laughed at Tom, like, being obsessed with aliens and like conspiracies. And then he's like, I'm in with the government.
Do you remember the night me and Mike were door dashing? I don't know if you remember this. You have to remember this.
I probably
A fucking UFO over the car, and we watched it zoom into the sky.
Yes.
What the? It was not. It can't be anything else, man. This shit was wild.
Yeah. No, I mean, we went through like every like possible plausible. It was probably the most mature conversation we've had. Where we're like, nah, dude, it was a drone, but it was way too fast to be
Dude,
a
it was
drone.
way too fast.
Like it just like it came in,
The car shook.
stopped. Yeah.
Well, granted, you have a tiny car.
Yeah.
I do have a tiny car.
The wind does blow it, but however, this was different, dude. It was literally, we watched it. It was like, and then into the sky, just quick like that, a quick light. It was wild.
And we tried to explain it away with like reasonable stuff, and none of it.
There's no
How
explanation.
close did it get to the car?
It was, dude. It had to have been right
I felt it in
above
my
it.
butt.
I felt it in my dick.
I got probed.
I got hard instantly.
I checked. He was.
I showed him
Rock
my.
hard.
Mike goes, "Is that your fucking dick?" Yeah, and it was.
Oh my god, are you okay? You're so hard.
It throbbed out of my pants.
Aliens, no.
So that was a hell of an experience, I guess.
Dude, no, it was wild.
Yeah.
That really happened.
Yep. And you know it's true because we're all door dashers, and we, Jake said while we were dashing, so you know it's true,
Yep.
right?
It's real. Yep.
So, but yeah, I mean, like I know that video that came out, what was it, a couple years ago, where the government was just like, all right, yep, that's a UFO, you got us.
Yeah, I think
It was released by
it
Tom's
was just last
company.
year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nuts that he's at the forefront and like knows all this info that the world doesn't. And it's like,
And this is back when like take off your pants and no, it was
It was
enema,
before that.
enema of the state when aliens exist.
mm-hmm. I
Fucking-
mean, he would apparently, like, when they were on tour, like back in the day, he'd just be reading books about, like Sasquatch and aliens and shit. Like, I think that's what he said in an interview. So there's somebody out there that's like, that's not what Tom did. I'm Tom's favorite person. And, I'm like, okay, sorry. I'm just paraphrasing what I think I remember from an interview I watched. But yeah, he was just always reading books about shit that most people don't think is real. And then I'm like, okay, well, now if Tom believes that fucking unicorns are real, I'm believing it.
Probably, yeah. Yep.
Plus,
They're fucking here, dude, for sure.
mhm,
Yeah.
they're coming here and they're fucking, is what Jake
And
means.
I would love to fuck a Martian. I don't know about you guys, but
You think you got shot
I
one?
feel like we've all gone through a couple Martians already.
it's a fantasy. What can I say?
So, but yeah, I mean,
I like my bitches green.
That's
And I don't mean eco-friendly,
what
buddy.
are you doing in this swamp?
And I don't mean eco-friendly.
I want me a nice gluten-free,
A gluten-free bitch.
vegan bitch. God, it feels really contradictory
It
to
did
say I want a
really.
gluten-free vegan bitch.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
It's a weird kind of misogynistic.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it the other day, and like, with seeing the pictures of Travis Barker's wedding with like, no Tom, and
Where was it? Paris?
it was in Italy,
Oh, Italy.
and it was weird because like apparently, people would have to take a boat to the venue. And it was like apparently like this really intimate thing, but they had to take a boat and then like walk up like a million stairs to get to where the ceremony was being
like
held.
fucking Red Rocks.
I'm like, cool, yeah, get all the Kardashians and all their dresses, make them walk up a fucking mountain.
They could use it. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, I always dread the thought of that as like going to a wedding. It's like, cool, it's just a nice mile hike up to the altar.
Fuck
I'm like,
that.
cool,
Fuck
tell me
that.
how it is.
in a fucking suit.
Yeah, and they're like, but we've got some pretty sweet hors d'oeuvres at the top, and I'll be like,
Oh, crab cakes, I'm sold. Catch me running up them steps, dude.
you see my
I'm
tiny
skipping
ass
steps
car
up there.
just weaving. Yeah, you'll probably hear some sound effects throughout all this. We loaded up our fancy little mixer, so we got Niko on the ones and twos.
This is new. How much are we paying for this thing a month? Is it 80?
Close to, yeah, about
Yeah.
80.
Respect the process.
Anybody want to take up our lease on this thing?
Yeah, well, I mean, we just use it one day a week, so if you need it for a party or
Donate. Donate. That's all we can ask.
Just let us know.
Mm.
Let us know.
Let us know down below in the comments.
We're gonna sublet our mixer that we can barely afford. So, but yeah, they walked up this mountain to this fucking wedding, and I'm thinking like, MGK's there at Travis Barker's wedding.
It's got to be.
So like, I was like, okay, well, in there, I feel like Tom's been hinting at a lot of, Blink related stuff, and I'm just thinking, is there a world in the future where Blink-182 consists of the original members, with just Mark, Tom, and Travis, and I say original with air quotes if you're listening to the audio,
What if I bite off those fingers?
with MGK.
No, that was the April Fool's prank.
Right?
Do you remember that?
Yeah. But I feel like they're gonna do something with MGK.
Well,
I'm not gonna like it.
He might feature on something for sure. I mean, Yeah.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
But like if they do the next album and it's Mark, Tom, and Travis featuring MGK.
Yeah.
Ugh.
For the whole thing?
I think no, just like
at least for a song. It's going to happen.
I'm just saying you got to assume like with how close Travis and MGK have gotten.
Right.
That, what if this next Blink album is Mark, Tom, and Travis? Like Tom comes back because
that would be
he's been hinting at it a lot. I mean, hinting at a lot of Blink-182 related stuff. And then like they're probably gonna like if they do that, they'll still kind of feature with MGK. And I'm just trying to point out the weirdness in that the original lineup of the Blink-182 who we all know with it, Machine Gun Kelly.
What do you remember when they did that song with Yellow Wolf?
Yeah,
that was a weird one.
That was a weird one. And that's the thing is like everybody always talks about, I want Mark, Tom, and Travis back. I'm like, okay, yeah, but the last time they did that, it kind of sucked. Because, I mean, respectfully, Tom wants to do Angels and Airwaves. That's why he left in the first place.
Which I'm into, but
so
it's a different thing.
he wants to sound like Angels and Airwaves, and Mark wants to sound like Blink, and Travis wants to sound like Blink too. The thing is, Angels and Airwaves' newest album is very good.
Very good.
Sounds very similar to...
We listened to it twice, didn't we?
Yeah,
I think we listened to it twice. Yeah.
Holding hands.
And yeah, naked.
Naked.
That's when the UFO came.
Yeah. So.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Full circle. Right.
That's when you got hard.
I've been hard, buddy. I was hard the whole time.
So hard.
From Tom to the UFO.
Cool. Well, I think it's time we do our segment. What do you guys think?
Yeah. What do we got?
All right. This segment is called Fake Conspiracy. Oh, shit. It's just an observation that we've made that kind of points out the truth to something. So it may not be something publicly known, but we're going to be your exclusive first look into what actually goes down in the world.
We are a society.
So what do you guys think? I'm just going to say it. Rick Moranis killed Tupac, guys.
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Honey, he shrunk his dick.
Honey, he shrunk Tupac's life. Okay. I regret that. Honey, he shot the Pac.
Okay, wait. Hold on. What are you saying? Rick Moranis killed Tupac?
Rick Moranis of Honey, I Shrunk the Kid's fame was Tupac's killer.
How?
You need me to lay this out, don't you?
Very much so.
All right, guys.
Do you have it on paper?
Oh, I got it all on paper.
Okay.
Guys, I mean, I got deets. I got the notes. I've done my research. I know what happened. All right, so let me give you a bit of background information.
Who is Rick Moranis? What the hell was that?
Rick Moranis, I had no place to put my hands.
Look, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, what is this? I love you guys. I know you guys very well.
There's a reason you don't see what's going on under the table.
That's our thing. And our thing.
Yep.
Separate.
What, this can't be a full love
This
triangle?
isn't, what do you call it? Polygamy?
Polygamy. Acai.
Should it be, though?
Acai.
You would.
Anyways, Rick Moranis killed Tupac. Let me give you some background information. So, Rick Moranis, as we all know, he's a huge in the 90s and I think even the 80s. I wasn't around then. I wasn't seeing movies. I wasn't born. But yeah, huge star back in the day. He retired in the mid 90s, presumably to take care of his kids after his wife died in 1991.
No, this is all facts.
These are facts. Everything I'm going to say here.
They're factual.
Facts.
Okay.
His last movie before he retired was Big Bully with Tom Arnold. It's a very little known movie. I didn't know about it before, I had this realization that Rick Moranis was the one that did this. But yeah, it's called Big Bully. It came out in January of 1996. Keep in mind, 8 months before Tupac died.
Yep.
So there's enough time for it to go to theaters, go to VHS, and basically die off into the ether.
Well, yeah, it's got Tom Arnold in it.
It's got Tom Arnold,
Fucking A.
What'd you expect?
Mr.
Sure.
Roseanne Barr himself.
There he
at
is.
the time, I think.
He had the mullet for sure. He
Uh,
had your mullet.
My mullet's better.
his mullet is better. I'll
You
say.
think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the movie was god awful. I think if I remember right, when I checked, it was a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
and,
factual.
factual.
Zero.
If I can remember right, I believe it was a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes. Now that rating may have changed because I went in there and I was like, "Yes, best movie ever."
One star.
Yeah. Only comment.
Was from me and Tom Arnold. But yeah, it was a $14 million budget and it bombed. It made only $2 million
Surprised
when
it
it
made
was
that
released.
much.
So, studio lost $12 million out of that huge flop.
Holy fuck.
So that was Rick Moranis' last movie. Tupac was killed on September 13th, 1996 in Las Vegas. Once again, 8 months after Big Bully came out. Rick Moranis has been claiming that he did retire because his wife did pass away, unfortunately, due to cancer in 1991, and he wanted to be around to raise his children.
Typical cover up.
Now, here's where the speculation begins. If his wife passed away in 1991, what was he doing for 5 years?
Masturbating.
Making shitty movies.
Oh.
Honey, I
Masturbating.
jerked myself. So here's
Honey,
the,
I fucked my. Oh.
so here's how it all went down. So after Big Bully bombed, Rick Moranis, he was devastated. He went to Vegas to just blow off some steam. Rick Moranis, big playboy. He was in the drugs, the drinking, the smoking, the gambling, all of
Shooting,
it.
snorting,
the drugs,
smoking.
dude.
Yeah.
So he went to Vegas to blow off some steam. He was bummed out over Big Bully just flopping. He was experimenting with some drugs.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Did he direct and produce that movie?
I believe he just acted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why do you ask?
But you guys
Because-
got to keep in mind he is such a method actor that he was fully compassionate.
He doesn't even wear the glasses in real life.
It was his
No,
baby.
they're fake lenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things he's faking, guys.
Is the wife even real?
That I confirm, yeah.
Is she a metaphor for Tupac?
Anyways,
Wow. Wow.
so he's in Vegas. He loses all his money, and he's just completely high on hallucinogens. So his posse,
As per usual.
he was always rolling around in his posse. He's got his guys.
He rolls deep.
He rolls
Very.
deep. Ain't nobody getting near him. They got in the back. They got in their Cadillac. They started driving home. Rick's in the back seat, and he's just staring out the window, and he's like, "God, how did everything get so bad? Why did it come to this?" He's just having some deep thoughts for a dude that's tripping off the electric Kool-Aid.
Yeah. He's like, Lil Giants was a smash.
electric
dude.
Kool-Aid.
Where am I
The
at
electric
now?
Kool-Aid. He's just rolling on some disco biscuits, going down East Flamingo, and just thinking, where did it all go wrong? So they did pull up to a stoplight at East Flamingo and Coville Lane, as we all know is the infamous intersection where Tupac was murdered. To his left, he noticed a BMW with a pretty recognizable face pull up in the passenger seat. We know that was Tupac.
And Suge.
And Suge. Rick, being the high motherfucker that he was,
Being the little giant that he is.
he looked over and he saw
Hey.
Tom Arnold himself. Because we all know Tom Arnold holds a very strong resemblance to Tupac. And he was high.
Have you seen him in the
He's a
same room?
fucking kite. What?
Can you blame him? That's the next conspiracy. Is Tom Arnold Tupac? So yeah,
Have they
I
been in
mean,
the same room?
Some Mission Impossible
he
shit.
looked over and he saw his co-star, who, in a little background info, Tom Arnold played his bully, who was nicknamed Fang in the movie, and he was nicknamed Fang because he had like one of his canine teeth was pretty long and sharp.
Wow.
So it looked like he had a fang. But yeah, he's upset about the movie. He sees the guy that portrayed his bully. He's a method actor. He can't separate reality from the plot.
One of the best.
Yeah,
Still can't get over the role.
still can't. So what's he do when he sees his nemesis, his rival? Our
So
boy
you're
starts
saying
blasting.
Tom Arnold was in the back seat of the car?
No, we know it was Tupac. Rick Moranis, being high on the nose nachos,
Yeah.
looked over and he didn't see Tupac.
What if he saw Tom Arnold in the fucking back seat?
Maybe.
What if?
Maybe. All we know is that he saw Tom Arnold and then he saw red.
You think Tupac was rolling with Fang the whole time?
With a name like Fang,
Yeah.
he's rolling everywhere.
Yeah. So I mean, and I mean, Rick Moranis is notorious for always keeping that thing on him. He's always got his heater.
40 on him.
It didn't help at all that Tom's role in the movie was his bully. And he's like, you know what? I'm finally gonna stick up for myself. I'm gonna get payback for this movie flopping because it's this motherfucker's fault. I keep pointing over here because the car was to the left. I checked.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the picture, anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, so,
I am Rick, and I'm just full of fucking hatred.
Fury.
So yeah, I wrote down here, since Rick Moranis was always known to keep that thing on him, the drugs and the resentment had gotten the best of him, and he drew his weapon and started unloading into the BMW beside him, thinking he was finally putting an end to Tom Arnold's treachery. Unbeknownst to him at the moment, possibly the most revered hip-hop artist in history was fatally wounded in that car. Rick's crew, obviously, they freaked out. They peeled out, they drove off into the night. I can only imagine that in that moment, Rick was in the back with a smug little smile on his face as he lit up a fat Cuban.
Right?
Suge style.
And he had that feeling of satisfaction that he rid the world of a menace. So the next morning, Rick woke up in a motel in the Nevada desert. His crew, they freaked out. They dropped him off. They said, "You need the night." Rick's waking up thinking, "Wow, I can't believe I killed Tom Arnold. What a feat. What a, he turns on the news and what does he see?
Wait, so this is year what? 96?
96, September of 96.
Wasn't he still on? How long did Roseanne go on for?
Roseanne.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis on Roseanne?
No, Tom Arnold.
Tom Arnold's not a part of this. Tom Arnold killed nobody.
He was never there.
Rick Moranis thought he saw Tom Arnold.
I thought he was in the back seat.
Nah, dude, you gotta listen.
You said he was in the backseat.
Acai. So yeah, no, Rick Moranis, he turns on the news and he sees that hip-hop artist Tupac is in the hospital in critical condition. That's when the memories start flooding in. That's when Rick starts, oh my God. He starts pacing back and forth throughout the motel room. I thought it was Fang. And it freaked him out. I mean, Rick is a G. Rick Moranis is they call him Rick Moranis, because that's what he gets. No, but he's a baller, but he's also a human being. He's got a conscience. He's got a conscience. So
he's a thug, but
he's a thug with a heart. He realized that even if he had killed Tom Arnold, he was never going to feel pride in himself again. He just took a true artist out of this world away from everybody, or at least in that moment, they're in critical condition.
Mm-hmm.
Tupac didn't die for another 6 days. But I mean, he said he's never going to let the drugs get to him again. He's never going to let the drugs own him.
Rehab? Is there any?
Probably, eventually. I was only around for the murder. I don't know what happened after.
I'm just trying to get the series of events here.
So in addition to quitting the drugs on the spot, Rick said, I'm never doing them again. I'm done. He also realized he probably needed to lay low.
I mean,
he just murdered a man. He can't be out. He can't be trying to do more movies.
Wish I could just shrink myself right now.
It was a perfect. Now you know the reboot plot. But it was a perfect point for him to just kind of fade into the background. His movie just flopped. He had kids at home that he needed to raise. He shouldn't be out in Vegas just partying.
Absolutely irresponsible.
I mean, I think he's like the pit bull of the 90s. I couldn't.
Hold on, elaborate.
But it was easy for Rick to turn down any offers that came his way. Because his movie was such a flop, so there weren't many offers coming in.
So his last movie, it was Big Bully.
Big Bully was his last movie.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
Never.
I actually watched it
You,
to research this, yeah. I would have accidentally killed Tupac too. I mean,
he was clearly on the sauce.
yeah.
Big time.
I mean, and that's the thing is, the movie's about him being bullied.
As a grown man?
So let me give you a little synopsis of the movie. So it's Rick Moranis as a kid is bullied by Tom Arnold as a kid, by Fang.
Okay.
Rick Moranis moves away as a kid, comes back to town to be a teacher when he's an adult, and
As a grown man.
as a grown man, he comes back as a baby. See, I told you the plot's terrible.
I mean, I believe it. I just want to make sure I got it.
He comes back to teach at his old middle school when he's an adult, and Tom Arnold's character is the woodshop teacher. Before he moved away, Tom Arnold's character stole like a moon rock from a school assembly, and Rick Moranis' character snitched on him. So Tom Arnold got taken away to reform school, basically like kid prison, and his parents dipped him. Like he had to go to an orphanage. He ruined Tom Arnold's life, as revenge for bullying him. So yeah, basically Tom Arnold's bullying him again as an adult. It's just crazy antics.
Okay, I gotta watch this thing.
It's on Amazon.
This is great.
I'm not going to watch it.
It wasn't like the jokes were pretty funny.
Oh.
Like one of his friends from his childhood is a pyro, and when he grows up and goes back to his hometown, the same dude's a firefighter, and he pulls up in a fire truck holding a cigarette. He's like, "David, how you doing?" And it's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, in typical 90s movie, there's one black person in the entire movie.
That sounds typical.
Yeah.
In a Rick Moranis film. I don't think there was any black people in any Little Giants, Honey, I Shrunk My Dick.
Little Giants, I think there were.
I mean,
don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Besides
the
the
quarterback, the kid quarterback on the other team was.
Oh.
It's like a game of Where's Waldo in the 90s because there was no diversity in movies.
Absolutely not.
It was not in the Rick Moranis movie.
Just real white shit.
Right. Well, I mean, after, realizing that Rick Moranis killed Tupac, I don't want to see him again.
I'm glad he's just...
No, but I mean, he didn't need to forget Hollywood because Hollywood forgot about him after Big Bully.
Glad he faded into black.
I've got here, I mean, he cleaned up his act, raised his children, he moved on with his life. However, he carries the guilt and the pain of knowing that Rick Moranis, ended Tupac's life.
And he's probably just sitting in his bedroom listening to Who Shot Ya.
Well, that's a way to...
He's the fucking Ghost Rider who shot you. Come on.
Stay tuned for false conspiracies next week when we dig into Rick Moranis ghostwriting Tupac songs to make up for his...
That was a Biggie song.
Oh, was it?
Rick Moranis fucking co-wrote it.
Who Shot Ya?
He does not get enough credit for his writing credit. He ghost wrote Who Shot Ya. Okay. So yeah, that's... I mean, the way I see it, that's all fact. Rick Moranis definitely did it. And we're just waiting for the day that he comes back from the shadows, and when he comes back from the shadows, he's gonna be here to fuck.
But did he unshrink his dick?
He didn't have to, dude. I mean, he shrunk his dick. It was still like a foot long.
Yeah, I mean, Big Dick Moranis, dude.
That's what they call him.
Big Dick Moranis. Dude.
Rick More Penis, dude. That's what they didn't tell you.
Right.
That was stupid. So all
up.
this,
Obviously, okay, just a disclaimer. I don't really think Rick Moranis killed Tupac, but
I'm
I mean,
pretty convinced at this point.
Coincidence?
I mean, the facts were laid out. We did a lot of research into this, and it's like, checks out.
The dates are accurate, but I'm not convinced.
I went from he definitely didn't do it to like, okay, he could have.
The dates check out. Dates check out.
Yeah.
It
So,
makes sense. It makes a little too much sense, if you ask me.
Yeah, Slicky Ricky Moranis, dude. He's always up to no good.
Slick Rick, dude.
Speaking of which, did you guys hear about what Elon Musk did?
No.
Who's Elon Musk?
Elon Musk, he's the creator of Beefaroni.
Is that like a scent? Elon Musk?
It's a cologne. Yeah, Beefaroni.
Yep. I wonder what Elon's Musk is.
Pepperoni.
So, no, but real talk, he got accused of exposing himself to a flight attendant. They just came out and they said it was on one of the SpaceX flights, one of his flights.
Just recently?
In 2016. So, about 63 years ago. If my math's right. But according to this person that came out and said this, he showed, this is going to be graphic, all right? But apparently he showed
fucking dick.
He showed his whole cock. He showed his erect penis to her. He was rubbing her leg without consent. He offered to buy her a horse in exchange for an erotic massage. So that's like somebody like, hey, you do this thing for me, I'll give you more responsibilities.
Was it a Tesla horse?
It was a self-driving
Was he
horse.
talking about horsepower?
It was a self-driving horse, yeah, and you just charge it.
Was he talking about the horsepower of a Tesla?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Get your game on.
But like horses, you gotta. That's probably a lot of work. You gotta like stable it. You gotta wash it, take care of it.
Tesla
feed it.
came the fuck out of nowhere. Am I wrong? Like, where the fuck did Elon come from, bro?
You just like
I just remember
on
him like all of a sudden it was a thing. Tesla and Elon Musk were a thing out of nowhere.
Tesla horses coming soon.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
before this it was
never
like
seen Teslas like on the street. I only saw like the store in the mall.
I've
the
never
one
even
car
seen
in it.
that.
Oh
You've
yeah.
never seen
It went from like Bill Gates all of a sudden to Elon Musk. Like that's all I remember. Well, no, Jeff Bezos and then fucking Elon Musk.
Mhm. These guys that just have impossible amounts of money.
Yeah,
Impossible.
and just
Impossible.
for Red Bull.
But his response to the accusations, they're not.
Did he take to Twitter?
Oh, he definitely took to Twitter.
Okay. Good.
Well, who does it?
One of the tweets he put out was, "Finally, we get to use Elongate as a scandal name. It's kind of perfect."
I dig it.
Elon's a fucking pimp, dude. I'm joking.
But
I don't know.
like,
I really don't.
Like if like that's your response to,
If this is all true,
you got to be delicate, you know.
No, for sure.
And that's the thing is like a lot of people are saying like, you know, he's dropping like what 44 billion on Twitter
Holy fuck.
to buy Twitter.
He already did.
Right. And so, you know, people are coming out of the woodwork and they're like, well, before that. And I think it's a lot to do with a lot of people are doubting that it's legitimate. I mean, it's always,
Well, sure.
I hate to be in that position. Like, no, he didn't.
I mean, you never know, dude.
Because then what is that saying to the victim? Like, if it did happen, it's
no,
like,
for,
no, it
no,
didn't
for
matter.
sure.
No, it definitely mattered.
No, for sure.
And so, yeah, so a lot of people are saying it's bullshit, but like if it isn't, his responses are bad. He also in one of his tweets challenged the accuser to describe just one thing about what they saw.
About his dick.
Scars, tattoos,
Metal.
piercings, yeah.
A Tesla fucking stamp.
Which brings me to one conclusion is that Elon Musk must have something unique going on about his dick.
the fact that it has Tesla.
Right, he's like, oh, yeah?
Tesla
Yeah.
brand dick.
Prove it. If you saw my dick, what do I have hanging
It has
from
a fucking license plate on it.
Yeah.
Just Musk.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got a robot cock. He's just like, you ready for this?
Yeah. Just fucking wires for the veins. It's just wires.
Like, let me just plug her in.
I mean, fucking.
Are you looking up Elon Musk's dick?
Tell me that doesn't look like a dick.
What
the Tesla logo?
Is that the Tesla logo?
Yeah.
Elon Musk just has a Tesla logo where his dick should be.
I mean, it looks oddly like a cock and balls.
A little bit. He's got a pointy one,
It's pointy.
but it doesn't take gas. It's all electric.
I've seen some weird dicks in my life.
But like,
Including your own.
Including my own, buddy.
he's just got like on a like above his dick. It's just tattooed and it's hashtag elongate.
And long dick.
Long Elon dick.
Tesla, that erect.
Get ready for my
That
Musk.
erect, sensitive, long.
Prepare for Elon's Musk.
Or yeah, there you go.
He's trying to make an acronym out of Tesla.
Yeah, what the fuck's A for dick?
Appendage. Is that?
Appendage.
Is that
Yeah.
for
Does that
real?
start with an A?
Yeah.
All
That-
right.
A site.
Erect, sensitive, long.
Acai.
What was it?
Acai.
Acai. You fucking.
This
I
girl
knew it.
wanted my acai. That chick, she couldn't
She
get
took
enough of
that
this acai. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with that, but I mean, people watching online, like, or I guess just me, people watching on Twitter. Just I'm just like looking at Elon's Twitter, and I'm just cringing every time he says something about it. He's like, "Yeah, bullshit."
How
And I'm gonna
much-
make a joke.
What's Elon Musk's net worth?
It's a syntax error on a calculator.
It's just a
You try to figure it out, and it's like, no.
too many
On
fucking
your
numbers.
TI-84.
I can't
it's-
even pronounce the number.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's see. What is it?
218.1 billion.
Oh,
Jesus
okay.
Christ!
He spent like
How much
eighth
is
of
Bill?
that?
How much is Bill Gates?
125. And Bezos is 132.
Oh,
Damn. I know, like Bezos
Fucking-
and Elon Musk were like neck and neck there for a while.
yeah.
Elon did something.
He's coming up, man.
It's like Cybertruck. Here we go.
Did you guys ever see the video of fucking Elon Musk like presenting the Tesla? I don't even remember what it was, and he threw the rock at the window. And
Yeah,
it
the
fucking
Cybertruck
broke.
window.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
the Cyber.
He's like, oh, guess that one wasn't ready.
Ooh,
God, yeah. I mean, he's awkward. I can't tell
Not
if
as
like I
awkward as-
should look up to him or not. like he's such a weird dude, but he's done some good things. But he's a weird dude. But he's also an asshole.
He makes
where the fuck is
432
Tom from
million
MySpace?
a day.
That's what I want to know.
Oh, dude, he's living off an island somewhere, just like
He fucking collected and dipped like straight up.
smart man, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yep. Tom from MySpace, if you end up watching this, come on the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be
We'd
dope.
love to have you.
That would be dope.
You know, PC for PC.
Yeah.
Podcast for podcast.
Pod for pod.
Yeah, the last known thing, September 2014.
He's off the
He's
the
the
radar,
grid.
dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Wild.
Very cool.
Wild.
Well, I think this was fun. If you're seeing this, it went well.
Wait, who were we talking to?
This episode, the people,
Oh.
the people that live in my camera.
Oh.
Hi guys.
Hi.
This went a lot more solid than last time.
Yeah,
think so?
yeah, I think so. We
A lot more solid.
we did good. We did so good.
Please tell us we did good.
Yeah,
We need that validation.
yeah.
I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else failed. So,
I'm gonna steal a bit from Smartless.
what's that?
So you know what rhymes with a sigh?
Uh,
A bye.